So we're having here the revival card, breakthrough and action. And from the second deck I used, we have the animal, the mystic, the offering, and the threshold. At first glance, I feel this is so clear what is coming through. Having the threshold card in combination with breakthrough, revival, and action already tells a story, I feel. To me, it tells a story of standing literally on the precipice of a big change. It could be a breakthrough, it could be a new beginning, it could be the rebirth that you've been waiting for, or the new life that you have been waiting for. But it is crystal clear to me that this is imminent. There's really no doubt that this is right in front of you. The other cards that I pulled are the animal, the mystic, and the offering. I will give you my interpretation of these cards in this reading because, of course, there's the traditional interpretation. To me, the animal has something to do with being untamed, reclaiming a type of queen energy or king energy, or what I like to call divine sovereignty, which reminds me of a spray I used to use, a spray to clear the cards, which was called divine sovereignty. So for me, this card talks about literally breaking free, reconnecting to that sense of freedom, wilderness, kind of like the eagle in this picture that is flying, but the eagle is not just flying, it looks like a phoenix rebirthing. It looks like it's spreading its wings after being maybe stuck or being caught or being trapped for a while. It looks so almost dramatic how he spreads his wings. And so I feel, because I feel the drama in the cards, it might be that you experienced a long time of being enclosed, being caged, being stuck, not being able to do what you wanted to do, or being hindered in your path, maybe for many obstacles, maybe challenges, maybe doing what you wanted to do but not quite succeeding, maybe hoping for something but being perpetually disappointed. If I look at the other cards, the mystic cards, the main theme that always comes through in this card for me is that the moth reminds me of moving towards the light, because, as they say, the moth is drawn in by artificial light. It cannot resist artificial light in our world, but it is meant to be guided by the stars. It's meant to be guided by nature rather than artificial things. So maybe there's something here in it for you that whatever you're breaking free from, it may have been something more artificial, maybe something more caging, like a new world cage, new world order, a life that is not meant for your natural being, for who you truly are. And maybe like the moth, you're finding your way back to the stars, to the real light in the world, rather than the artificial one. This is the time where some sort of breakthrough happens. You get the sword, or you have the sword to get yourself out of this. Maybe you're stuck in this threshold, stuck in some sort of nest or hole, trying to get out. And maybe you're facing millions of obstacles to jump out. And it seems from the outside so easy to just take that step and take that leap. But for you, there might be a million invisible obstacles in the way that make it so much more difficult and exhausting. And as I look at the nest here, or at least I interpret it as a nest, then we have the DNA line here, the snake, the hand, the moon. I keep coming back to the theme of the mother or a parent, somebody in the family line that maybe impacts this breakthrough, this beginning, this revival, this leap. And maybe that's even what is holding you back from crossing the threshold. And if you think about the hero's journey or heroine's journey, there's always this stage called the threshold where you usually meet a challenge, an obstacle, and the threshold acts like a portal between one thing and another thing. And so it becomes part of this archetypal path that most of us go through in life, which maybe in your case might even be a path between choosing something that you learned in childhood, like a pattern or an original imprint that has to do something with your origins, mainly because I'm seeing these feet here and they look like children's feet to me as I look at them now. So I'm thinking that maybe whatever the difference is between this nest and this radiant color might be something that has to do with a childhood pattern or something that you've inherited, an old worldview or something that has to do with your ancestral line that might even be poisonous to you. It might be a poison that you're not even aware of, or something that you may be aware of, but that is incredibly hard to break. As hard as it is for me to record this video today. And we have this light here, as well as in the middle of the moth. And so I'm thinking that this leap is related to the journey of the moth, to realize the difference between artificial light and natural light. And in your life, that might be a difference between a pattern or a way of living that maybe you have inherited or observed by others that may not be true to you or to what you need. And that natural light that the moth might be seeking might be the thing that you will eventually see clearly, the thing that breaks you free and that brings you back to the freedom that you're actually looking for. And as we talk about artificial light and the moth, I'm also thinking about the whole rise of artificial intelligence and the whole fear about AI taking our jobs, taking our livelihoods, replacing us, which is a very real fear. And so maybe this is something you're dealing with that might be keeping you from taking a leap or trusting in yourself. Something that blocks you or a fear that keeps you, that holds you back. But whatever this is, it's not true. And you will see the truth eventually. Just as in this card, the animal sees something clearly. In this card, we have the eyes that see something. I believe that this breakthrough will be something that you see and that changes things and brings whatever change is meant for you. But it will be a night and day change from darkness to light, from a type of entrapment to freedom, from maybe poison to liberation or healing. And I think whatever this is the key you need to do that leap. I don't think you would do this leap without it, but it seems to be, to me at least, it seems to be something that will be coming to you. It's not something you have to chase or to force into your life. It comes like natural cycles to you naturally within time, and then you can jump. And I also believe that the universe, it keeps us in cycles until we learn something, until we learn a lesson or see something clearly. And once we really, really understand or see something, they hand us the key to whatever is next. They hand us an exit door out of a difficult cycle. And because there is a type of crown here, maybe this is your coronation. Maybe this is the final coronation of a very long cycle of difficulty, of wounding, of entrapment, of hidden poisons, of maybe living or being stuck in the wrong life. But with this breakthrough comes the crown and the freedom. So I hope this resonates with you, and I truly hope that this reaches you. Thank you for watching.